Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee. My name is Andrew Rivas, and I am the Executive Director of the Texas Catholic Conference. The TCC is the statewide association of the 15 Roman Catholic dioceses in our state, and it is our responsibility to advocate for the public policy positions of all the active bishops of the state of Texas. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for allowing me to register my opposition today to Senate Bill 377. Thomas Aquinas, a 13th century theologian and one of only 33 people to ever be given the title Doctor of the Church, once wrote, "It is in no way lawful to slay the innocent." His analysis of natural law is one reason why people today recognize that the taking of innocent human life is intrinsically evil. But what is the most effective and moral response for a society when an innocent has been murdered? The Church teaches that a properly installed government authority does God's work when it protects its citizens and when it values life.
What if they're found guilty by a jury? You're speaking to an innocent life.
And I'll get through the whole process. The Church teaches that a properly installed government authority does God's work when it protects citizens and values life. The teaching goes all the way back to the 1st century, but it was Thomas Aquinas who later wrote the Church's teaching on how a society may respond to murder. His analysis of when it is appropriate for a society to use the death penalty gives us today a framework that places restrictions and safeguards on its use. In order for a government to use the ultimate punishment and execute an individual, the government must first fully determine the identity of the guilty party. In other words, there can be absolutely no doubt that the person being executed actually committed the murder. Second, the government must fully determine the responsibility of the guilty party. In other words, a guilty person can only be responsible for the crime he or she has committed, and the punishment must fit the crime. And third, if non-lethal means are sufficient to defend and protect the community from the guilty party, then authority will limit itself to such means, as these are more in keeping with the common good and more in conformity with the dignity of the human person. In other words, in our country today, we have the means, our criminal justice system, to protect society and punish the guilty, so that we only resort to using the death penalty rarely or not at all. Now, some in the room may ask whether those who commit the most heinous crimes, specifically the murdering of a child, constitute the rare occasions when the death penalty is appropriate. However, according to the Gospel of Life, written by our late Pope John Paul II, the existence of a rare occasion when the death penalty may be used is not determined by the gravity of the crime, but by whether it would not be possible otherwise to defend society. No matter how heinous the crime, if society can protect itself without ending a human life, it should do so. Therefore, the Texas Catholic Conference opposes Senate Bill 377, and we encourage the members of this committee to do everything it can to protect its citizens, as well as safeguard the lives of each and every individual in our state.
Thank you. I'm just curious, how does the conference establish its policies? Do y'all take a vote of the bishops or your members? Or
my bosses are all the Roman Catholic bishops of the state of Texas, 27 of them, and they vote and approve all of our public policy positions.
Sure. So this would have gone before them for a vote?
Yes.
I'm just curious, you know what the vote was?
It was 24-0. The others weren't there. But I can tell you I was part of the staff at the national level when the overall bishops of the United States in 2005 voted whether or not to make the death penalty to take the policy position that it has now.
They'd be against the death penalty in any circumstance.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Any questions of the gentleman? Thank you, sir. We appreciate your testimony.